Hey, well, it's been Willie. I'm coming back live early, family. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning here. This is the watching hour. This is normal where the universe speaks to you, where the Most High lets you guys feel the energies of His existence in you. And I just thought I would get up and do a quick live in response to the Amber Guyger conviction and her sentence. And not only that, um, the reaction of the victim's family, Botha Jean. Now, the family's been receiving a lot of flack for their reaction to Amber Guyger's conviction as well as her sentence. Now, I have three sisters, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, guys, Amber Guyger is the young lady who entered someone else's apartment that she thought was hers and killed the residents in the apartment who happened to be an Afro-melanated guy. And she said she thought that it was her apartment. Fast forward, she goes to trial and she's convicted of murder and sentenced to 10 years. Well, during the trial or after the trial, her family they showed some sympathy and some forgiveness that I thought was pretty interesting. I mean, especially since it was like right after uh, the conviction and the sentencing. The victim's brother actually told her that he forgive her, that he don't even want to go into jail. He also gave her a hug. The mother had the same sentiments. The judge uh, not only had the same sentiment, but also, actually went to her and took a Bible over there and read a verse and hugged her. And I'm like, we do know this is a convicted killer, right? Now, the Jean's family, I don't know, their cultural situation. I don't know whether I hear the voice, I hear the talking, and the talking sound like an accent. So I had to do the research to find out exactly where they're from. But I tell you this, in America, that type of reaction normally isn't going to happen if you're Afro-melanated person in the West and you've had family ties here in the West for generations, because that generational tie also has a history attached to it where Afro-melanated people were being killed and there was no retribution. I mean, if you go back to the history of in the 50s, the 40s, and 30s, where, Afro-melanated men were accused of rape and accused of crimes they didn't commit because of Caucasian women. And a lot of Afro-melanated men lost their lives because of false accusations. And it stemmed from the fact that these relationships that were between Afro-melanated men and Caucasian women, remember back in the day, were prohibited. And so that type of interaction, caused so much static that once Caucasian female were found out to be with an Afro-melanated man, 9 times, I won't say 9 times out of 10, but most often they would say they were raped, or you know, the black man would be either in prison for rape or either killed for just the interaction with the Caucasian lady. So fast forward back to here, actually see, and I don't know why that's so surprising for us as a people that we would show that type of reaction toward a killer, that type of forgiveness. I think I've read some of the reactions and watched some of the videos by other individuals that were very, very upset with his family and the way they responded to it. They felt that that was kind of quick to be that forgiving. And so, me personally, I don't understand why that's so surprising, because we as a people like that. That's just in our nature. I mean, this perception that we're these, cold-hearted killers and rapists and drug dealers and thugs and all that kind of stuff and thoughts and all that kind of stuff, we didn't create that persona. That was a persona that was created to keep this perception of us in such a negative light. That's not us, right? We're a very peaceful people, a loving people, a communal people. And everybody know that. that's ever come in contact with us. It's not an accident that in every pretty much Afro-melanated neighborhood, the corner stores, the cleaners, all that kind of stuff, it's not owned by us. Okay? It's owned by Asians, Arabs, Indians, and they're not getting robbed every day. They go to work and sell their product, that old crap, to us every day. So we know just as well as they know that we're not that people, and that they come to our communities and feel safe and exploit us commercially and economically, and nothing we said. So we know the reaction to something this horrific and showing signs of forgiveness to a person. That's not, to me, that's not uncommon. All right. But what is uncommon is to not have the generational history of such actions. You know, we normally, that's not something. Now, the forgiveness aspect will come probably down the road, down the way, but to show that type of compassion toward a person that just killed your son and just killed your brother, I can't see that. Not in court, not for the world to see. I mean, unless you suppress your sorrow and pain that quick, that tells me something else is going on, man. And it's something else that's not being told in this whole situation. All right. So if I just want to come back with a quick live, maybe some quick food for thought on that particular situation, because I have seen a lot of reactions to it. Even my sister, you know, she was like, "No, I'm not feeling that at all because someone killed my brother. The last thing you're gonna get is a hug, right? Because that's a normal, natural reaction." So I'm not on here to bash the Jean family, but I am here to say that I thought that was interesting for it to happen so quickly, but also to say that that doesn't surprise me as a people, because we're loving communal people like that. We're forgiving people like that. That's not an accident that we're the only people that's never been attached, okay, to, you know, disenfranchising another group of people in the form of economic slavery, political slavery, chattel slavery. And I'm telling you, there's no history of that with Afro-melanated people in America. So this notion that we're not forgiving people, I think is kind of ridiculous. But the notion that it would be displayed so quickly, I think that was pretty interesting. All right. So family, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the video. In the meantime, between time, be the most high side, bring you joy. And being with us out of 5,000.